well, get the fenders and the lines unless you want to drive, and I'll get them.
I'll go.
Hey, Paul Fenn here, down here with Catherine Guilladaire in sunny Florida. Sun's just coming up to the east. We're out here on Biscayne Bay. We got a great day ahead of us. Catherine, tell us a little bit about what's in front of us, and let's start with what boat we're on.
We are on the Sun Odyssey 490, and we are sailing up to Fort Lauderdale in tandem with the Sun Odyssey 410 that was taking out of the boat show.
So we got about 25 miles. The wind is off our beam. We're gonna have a fair breeze all day long, and it's so nice to be aboard a big boat as we go outside and make that run up the coast. Let's talk a little bit about what makes the 490 such a great boat.
So the Sun Odyssey 490 we introduced last year, 12 months ago in Miami. It's the second boat of the new generation.
Yeah, and what's the main feature? We've gotten a lot of awards for this great, innovative deck of ours. Let's talk a little bit about the walk-around deck.
It obviously is the most recognizable feature of the new generation. It's just such a great feature for many reasons. One is that you don't have to step over your cushions when you climb aboard. Climbing aboard with a lot of groceries like we did this morning.
Yeah, a lot of bags,
really
a lot
made
of groceries.
easy.
You always have a lot of gear going on and off the boat when you make a big trip.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
So that's really made easy. And then obviously going forward on deck, should you have to tend to the anchor or a mooring line, or you just walk around and go on deck really quickly and safely.
Absolutely. And let's talk a little bit about the cockpit, because we always say at Jeanneau that we spend 75% of our time on sailboats in the cockpit. This is really where you spend all your time, whether you're getting up in the morning, you're going to have breakfast here, you're going to sail, of course, from up here. At the end of the day, this is where you're going to have your cocktail, you can have your meals up here. Let's talk about this awesome cockpit and some of the great features that come with the 490.
Absolutely. So there's a lot of features on the new generation that are really putting Jeanneau on the map for most innovative boats in the market today. In the cockpit, we have these really nifty convertible Cummings that you just deploy, and then on both sides you have a lounge.
Yeah.
And at night, as you said, you're having a cocktail, you're hanging out with the kids. It's just such a great lifestyle and a great space. Yeah,
and just the cockpit in general is huge. I love the way that all the controls are right here in the center. You can get to everything. When you're sailing, we've got these great winches that are inboard. So it used to be they were on the side and they were kind of hard to get to. Right now they're right here within easy reach of the helmsman and the crew. It's a fantastic cockpit. So Catherine, we're coming up to the Rickenbacker Bridge. Now we can fit under this, right?
Yes. That's a great question though, but luckily we have the ICW mast on this boat, so we are guaranteed to make it.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about the sailing qualities. Now this is the Sun Odyssey. This boat would come standard with a regular, traditional up and down main. We have a furling main on this boat, but I'm sure there's a lot of choices when it comes to the rig.
There are a lot of choices, and yet again, a great innovation on the new generation. You have that lower gooseneck on the mast that really makes a big difference if you have a classic main, because it's like at this level you don't have to climb your mast to put the sail away and zip up the lazy bag. And again, we had performance and safety in mind. Yeah, I think we put a lot of thoughts into all these, combination. Performance is not just speed. Performance is having a boat that performs well in all conditions and combines safety, speed, because we always want to be the first at the dock for a cocktail hour,
right.
and comfort inside and out in the cockpit.
Absolutely, and we should mention that this boat is designed by Philippe Briand. We have worked with Philippe Briand for years and years and years, and he actually worked on this hull to really add some buoyancy, right? So we have a lot more buoyancy in the forward section of the boat. It enables the boat to really get up on top of the water and move.
Philippe Briand needs no introduction. He's a really well-known architect, 40 years of experience, and it's just amazing what he's done, his achievements over the years. So we've worked with Philippe for a long time now, for decades, and on the previous Sun Odysseys. And on the new generation, we have that hard chine that runs the full length of the boat.
Right.
That makes, again, for a very powerful hull, a very balanced hull.
Yeah.
Combined with the twin rudders, the boat just tracks forward, and it's just a blast to sail.
I'm so looking forward to once we get out government cut to get the sails out and really go.
I don't think I've ever been that close to a cargo ship.
Nope. Let's talk about the interior. We have an interior on this boat, of course, and let's start with that awesome owner's cabin all the way forward. It's got so many cool features. Let's talk about that.
So the hull shape, of course, with that full length chine, enables us to have that huge interior. So lots of volume forward. What is great about the master forward, it's really a master suite. You have like a big berth, rectangular berth, which is nice because it's a queen size.
A real square berth, a real square bed.
Finally, you don't need to go shopping for like custom bedding.
Right.
And lots of storage. And then we have a separate shower forward, which is nice. You have your head on port, you have your sink on starboard, and right center line of the boat, you have that shower. You know, if you're like 6'2" or 6'4", you comfortably stand in the shower because it's in the center of the boat.
And it totally eliminates the issue of getting the toilet wet. And plus it gives you versatility. Some person can be in the shower while the other person is
Exactly. Two people can get ready at once.
Yeah, I love that. Okay, so what about, let's move aft a little bit. Let's go into the main salon and talk about that.
So another innovation that marks the new generation is that we have the galley center in the boat. We used to have them a little further aft, but we really made an effort to work, with the center of gravity. So when you think about, everything that came together, it's brilliant because you have the cathedral rigging, with 2 levels of spreaders, the low gooseneck, the central galley. All of that brings the weight in the center, where the center of gravity is, and low.
Right.
So that really just enables to have, a really balanced and performant boat.
Fantastic. And also, we should also mention that this has an oak interior. It's extremely light. That's another thing that people always complained about with sailboats, is it was always dark, you had to go down. You don't have this here. It's very open, a lot of light, it's bright, it's very warm down below.
Yeah, so we've done, 48 models of Sun Odyssey, 17,000 boats, so we get a lot of feedback from our customers, of course, and we always listen to them. And so, as you said, they complain about lack of storage and lack of light.
Right.
So on this boat, and the 410 and the 490, we really paid attention to that. We have a lot of storage that you don't see at first because they are not in their regular location.
Right, got some very clever cabinets.
Lots of clever storage.
And we also have a couple more berths on board, back aft, and we have another head back aft as well.
Absolutely. Yes, we have, so we have different layouts on the 490. We can have a 2-cabin with a big storage on port. That's really convenient should you have to store more sails, put your fenders away. Or you can have a 3-cabin layout, which is what we have on this boat today. You can have a 4-cabin layout, and you can even have a 5-cabin layout.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, so if you're going to put a boat in charter or something,
Absolutely.
they need a lot of berths, because we have a lot of customers all around the world.
Of course.
All right. Well, that was a pretty awesome sail up the coast. It was a little lumpy at times, very rolly, but delightful nonetheless. We just came in the Port Everglades channel. We're going to go right up here through the 17th Street Bridge. We can get the main, I think, Catherine, in whenever.
Hey, Antoine. Look at who's here.
Hey guys, all right. You made it.
You guys.
That was
fun.
So fun.
That was so good, wasn't it? So now our big challenge is just to do it again in some other great tropical location.
Well, you can never get enough sailing in. That's my philosophy. So.
All right,
really
well, let's cheers.
Thanks
Cheers
for
to our
joining us
success.
from France, Antoine.
Thank you. Yeah.
And I think we had a great boat
cheers.
too, and a great sail up. And
Awesome sailing with you
a lot to
again.
be grateful for.
All right.
That's perfect conclusion to a fantastic Miami boat show. So,
Exactly.
yeah, cheers.
More information always on Jeanneau.com.
Exactly.